back once again for some more preseason action. Now, we got to get through to today to get to tomorrow. The Knicks will finally be back tomorrow. And then we got a little bit of a break again, but at least we got the weekend to get us over with. So today we will be watching the Heat take on the Spurs. Let's get it started. Back like we never left. What's poppin', everybody? Today we got a little Spurs Heat action. Nothing crazy. Nothing that's gonna blow anybody away. But we got some Spurs Heat, mostly because kind of wanted to watch some Wemby. Wemby's been looking kind of crazy. He may be coming into the season like a player we've never seen before. 7'5", apparently 7'5". He's grown a bunch. 2 more inches for a dude who was already in the 7+ feet range is crazy, but we'll get to Wembanyama when we get to Wembanyama. I don't want to wear this. You can just rock the t-shirt. We're going to start with the Miami Heat here. They are I think they're the away team or the home team. They are the home team. So we're going to start with Bam Adebayo. I would consider Big Bam the best player on the Miami Heat, right? About 18 points per game. Kind of had a down year last year. 9.5 rebounds. Almost 4.5 assists, 2.1 turnovers isn't great. Starting to shoot that three-point shot a little bit more, 35.7% last year, showing some propensity to be able to knock that down with some regularity. By the way, we also got the Yankee game up on screen before this game tips off at 7:30. So we're gonna go through these players real quick. 6'9", 255. Bam is big. Big dude, a little undersized height-wise, but his wingspan and his athleticism can more than make up for it. But it's also nice considering that the Miami Heat did him a little bit of a favor by drafting a dude who could really help him in the front court. Not all these guys. Why is it? Where is he? Why did I put him all the way down here? Kel'el Ware, 7 foot tall, a stretch big, guy who can rim protect, play alongside Bam Adebayo. Kel'el Ware also can stretch the floor, so he can absolutely play. I mean, 31.5% from three-point range last year as a rookie, but he did show a nice touch from out there. Expecting a big year for Kel'el Ware, so much so that I would expect him to be in the starting lineup as the season goes on. I don't know if he'll start there. I don't know if that's the game plan. I don't know if he's started there so far in the preseason. But by the end of the season, he will definitely be their starting center or power forward. However, he'll be one of the starting bigs alongside Bam Adebayo. Let's get back to now Tyler Herro, guy who I would consider the second best player on the team. He did average the most points, 24 a game. 5 boards, 5.5 assists, 2.6 turnovers, not terrible. 37% from three-point range, 47% from the field. He had a really good offensive year. The issue with Tyler Herro is the issue that's always been hurting Tyler Herro. This man can't play defense. He is not a bad defender. He's a horrific defender. He is a Trae Young level defender. As the Blue Jays immediately get a hit, 2 pitches in. Come on, Schlittler. Big Rud said Ware's going to be a problem in the future. He may be a problem today, you know. He may be a problem right now. Kel'el Ware is really good. One of the things plaguing Kel'el Ware is, we'll get to Kel'el Ware. I guess we're already talking about him. One of the things plaguing Kel'el Ware is the fact that coming out of Oregon, he was a transfer over to Oregon. Part of the reason why he had the transfer was because they were questioning his he was at Oregon and then transferred over to Indiana for his sophomore season before entering the draft. Part of the reason why he had the transfer, part of the reason why he was already he wasn't ready to make the NBA jump. He was being compared and analyzed alongside a guy like Derek Lively. Was a lot of people were questioning Kel'el Ware's motor, right? How aggressive can he be as a rebound? I mean, he's big, he's tall, he's got a long wingspan, he's got all the skill in the world, but how much is he willing to put that work in to get to a point where you are considered an NBA starting caliber center? Because you have all the potential and you have the skill to be that guy, but you need to put in the work. And so landing in Miami, getting drafted by Miami might be the best thing for his career because they'll definitely, if it's in there, bring it out of him. And after his rookie year, you can see that they're working on that. They're working on that. because his skill and what he was putting out last year for them showed he should have been playing all along. But the fact that they were bringing him along slowly should tell you they weren't 100% sure that he was going to be ready and willing to be able to take that leap during his rookie year, right? So we get to now a newly acquired third best player on the team, Norman Powell. Norman Powell here, right? 22 points per game last year, a career year. Paul George, who? We're good over here, Mr. Norman Powell, right? Coming off of his Clippers season, where the Clippers moved on from Paul George. Paul George leaves in free agency to Philadelphia, and a lot of people are like, oof, that's going to really hurt the Clippers. He's out of there. And as Vlad Guerrero got a hit, and the Blue Jays already scored. Whew. Norman Powell on the Clippers. Once Paul George leaves, a lot of people are like, oh man, you can't fill those shoes. And then Norman Powell steps up. Norman Powell said, who? Robin Schultz. What's up, Robin? Right? Paul George, who? I got you. 22 points per game last year. 42% from three-point range. 48% from the field. This man, it feels like he does not miss. You give him an open look, it's going down. He's also fantastic at moving off ball. He's fantastic at cutting. He's an elite leaper. Maybe not so much as he's getting a little bit older now, but the man can get up there. Still incredibly athletic, still quick. Norman Powell can be a problem. And he's a great addition to help Tyler Hero take some of the pressure off of him. As, oh my goodness, base hit after base hit after base hit after base hit here for the Toronto Blue Jays. My goodness. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Right, we get to Andrew Wiggins. We don't have a ton of time left. We got 15 minutes. We got to get through this. Get to Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins traded here to Miami. 18 a game, 4.5 boards, 2.5 assists. Everything I've heard about Andrew Wiggins was that he has looked really good here in Miami during the preseason, during training camp, all of that. He looks engaged. He looks ready to go, because that's always been the issue with Andrew Wiggins. How engaged is he? When he's really engaged, you saw the best part of him come out during that Warriors one when they won the championship. And when he's not engaged, he's the guy where Minnesota's like, we just got to get off of this guy. We just got to get him out of here, right? And also to the point with Miami, while he was really good, Golden State got to the point where they were like, we got to get this guy up out of here, man. And ultimately, he lands in Miami. So maybe the honeymoon phase will pay dividends the way it did for Golden State, and he'll be locked in. But that's always going to be the issue with Andrew Wiggins. We get to Nikola Jovic. Another Nikola in the league. Jovic, man, you're hearing some things about Jovic, the way he's playing in the preseason. They really like this kid. I really like this kid. He's really good. Jovic, 6'10", sweet stroke from three-point range. Last year, shot 37% from three on pretty decent volume. Expect that to even go up. He might crack this starting rotation as a legit piece on this team. 6'10", allows him versatility because he has more of a small forwards game, but at 6'10", it gives him the ability to play power forward. Right? He's not much of a defender. 0.3 blocks per game at 6'10", not really what you want to see, but obviously more of an offensive-minded guy. And then hopefully you have guys like Hillel Ware and Bam Adebayo to sort of hide his weaknesses. But Nikola Jovic looking to take a next step in his career. Young guy on his way up. He's looking pretty solid. Can't wait to watch him here tonight. We went over Hillel Ware. We'll see him tonight. He's another big piece for them, similar to the same situation with Jovic. And luckily, the Yankees get out of that inning with only one run. Okay. We got the Davion Mitchell, backup point guard. He's solid, 6 foot tall. Wish he was a little bit bigger. Not nicknamed Off Day for no reason. This young man's going to get up into your jersey, and make it very difficult if you're the ball handler. His biggest detriment is that he's 6 foot tall, right? And guys, you can play great defense on him. You can slide your feet. You can stay in front of them. You can get into their airspace. But guys are just going to be able to shoot over you. They're just going to be able to shoot over you, right? Jaime Jaquez Jr., the shoulder separator himself here, had a down year, a sophomore slump. They're looking for a big bounce back year from Jaime Jaquez. He had a sophomore slump. Almost every stat was down across the board for him in his second year as opposed to his rookie year. So they're looking for him to sort of just bounce back before they could start to see a leap from Jaime Jaquez. Just bounce back to what you were doing your rookie year. And with more talent around him, he should be able to bring out those intangibles more so the way he did his rookie year. Now we get to the Spurs. And we get to the man of the hour, Victor Wembanyama. We know about Big Vic. Apparently, he's grown 2 inches taller during the preseason, which is insane. How do you do that? How do you grow to 7'3" and then continue to grow? I guess he's so young, he's going to continue to grow. But my goodness, does he look horrifying so far? Now, it's going to be nice to watch him go up against some NBA action here tonight. His first preseason game was against the Sharks, the Chinese league team. So not the greatest competition, but he did do a little bit of everything. The man was flirting with a triple-double in the first half, barely breaking a sweat. He was really just moving. 24 a game, 11 boards, 3.7 assists. Expect this number to skyrocket. 3.2 turnovers. Expect this number to come down maybe slightly. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? 35% from three-point range. He can fall in love with that jump shot a little bit, and that's really your saving grace. Hope you keep that guy out of the paint, and he settles for a bunch of jump shots, and he's missing them. Because it's really the only way you could guard him. He's getting older, he's getting stronger, and apparently he's getting taller, and he's getting more skilled. That video came out of him working with Akeem Olajuwon, working on the post moves, the footwork, the balance, the fallaways, the mid-range jumper, the dream shake, all of the moves. So, my goodness, we may come out and be laying witness to one of the youngest MVP runs we'll see. Because this young man, he's coming. As long as he plays the requisite amount of games, 65, he's coming. He's going to be in the conversations for MVP this year. I don't know if he'll win it, obviously, but he's listed at 6'3" last year. Right? That's what this number is. Apparently, he's officially listed at 6'5" now with shoes, which is crazy. I'm very excited to watch Vic play here tonight. We get to De'Aaron Fox. Him and Victor Wembanyama played, I believe, 4 or 5 games together last year. So, really interested in this pairing to see how they play off of each other. Coming off of his season with the Kings, these are obviously mostly stats accumulated with the Sacramento Kings before he got traded to the Spurs. 23.5 points, 4.8 rebounds, 6.3 assists. More of a shoe-first point guard, but he can distribute the ball. He was tasked with scoring more in Sacramento. Now playing alongside Wembanyama, can he take a step back? Can he distribute the ball a little bit better? Can he be a solid defender? Can he pick up his defense? He's known as Swipe at the Fox, right? Known for his ability to steal the basketball. But can you play more of a solid defensive game and stay in front of your man? Especially playing with Victor Wembanyama in the back, you already know. I can go out and gamble and look for steals because I got Vic in the back to clean up any mess I may make. Nick Yak said, I love this kid Jovic. He hasn't shown how good he is yet. True. I mean, he's so young. And then we get to the sophomore, former rookie, Stephon Castle, won Rookie of the Year last year. 6'6", Stephon Castle. He's bigger than you would think and obviously supremely athletic. 14.7 points, damn near 15 points per game as a rookie last year. 4.1 assists. He's only going to get better. 2.2 turnovers also isn't terrible. But this number right here, got to improve the three-point shooting, 28.5, especially playing alongside Victor Wembanyama. You're going to want to give him as much space as possible. He obviously is a rookie, coming off the rookie year. Let's see how he continues to improve. Does the jump shot look better? Does he continue to simply just be a slasher? Can he be more of an on-ball creator? Time will tell. I really like Stephon Castle a lot. Devin Vassell, another interesting player, 16.3 points. Should be seen as a 3-and-D guy, but 36.8% from three-point range, 37%, which is solid, but not great, not marksman level to where he should be. Yak said, where Bam and Jovic has the size I love, and why I think Miami can be good this year. I don't think Miami's going to be that good. I think they're going to be decent because the East isn't great overall. I could see them as maybe the 6th seed, likely a play-in team. I don't think they're going to be that good, though. They're going to be all right. Unless Bam has a bounce-back year and Khalil Ware takes a jump. But Devin Vassell, 44% from the field is not great. He was kind of mostly the second creator alongside Wembanyama last year with before they were able to trade for De'Aaron Fox, a point guard. And so with a lot more talent on the team this year, Devin Vassell should be able to fall back into a tertiary level role player where he can maybe focus more on his three-point shooting, getting better quality shots, not having to take as many off-the-dribble mid-range jumpers as he had to take last year. Expect a lot of that efficiency to go up. Dylan Harper, the rookie, the number 2 overall pick, point guard, 6'6", is likely to play a backup role for them, obviously, but is looked at to be the future starting point guard of this team. So we're going to have to lay witness to what his rookie year brings. 6'6", can do a little bit of everything. He's more so of a downhill driver. He just finds his way into the paint. He just finds these angles. He's able to get there, but did show a level of being able to shoot the perimeter shot in college at Rutgers. Rutgers wasn't a great program last year for him. Not entirely sure why he decided Rutgers was the place he wanted to be. But Dylan Harper, I believe he's going to start the year off injured. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? Stanton hit one deep, but it's not going to go out. It's an easy play. We get the Harrison Barnes, the wily vet. Harrison Barnes, backup forward, 12.3. We know what Harrison Barnes brings. He's going to be solid. He can stretch the floor, play some power forward for you. Alongside Wembanyama, anybody works. Anybody works. Yak said, Judge, another hit we desperately need. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I mean, another hit, solid. Didn't equate to anything just yet, but, I mean, he's doing his part. He's getting on base, at least. Jeremy Sohan. Jeremy Sohan is pretty damn good, right? A little bit of a hole plugger, right? When you go down at the bottom and the ship has a bunch of these holes and the SIG starts shipping and the ship starts sinking, you have to go down and look what the issue is. And oftentimes there may be some holes that you need to plug in order to stop the water from coming in and the ship from sinking. He is what I refer to as a hole plugger. This man will just, whatever you need for the team, you need him to be more of a distributor and a connector out on the court, he could do that. You need him to be a defensive guy to fly around and be very disruptive, he can do that. You need him to be a little bit more of a playmaker in his connectivity, he can do that a little bit. He's still getting better at that, but he can do a little bit of that. You need him to be a play finisher, he can do a little bit of that. Again, he's a bit of a jack of all trades kind of guy and master of none situation, but Jeremy Sohan, 6'8", power forward out of Baylor, playing alongside Victor Wembanyama. A lot of your deficiencies get covered up by Big Vic, and he may have a lot of deficiencies, but the things he does extremely well get accentuated by playing alongside a player like Wembanyama. Keldon Johnson, similar situation to Harrison Barnes. You always expected Keldon Johnson to take a little bit more of a leap than he has, but still solid off the bench, right? 32% for three-point range is not what you want to see from Keldon Johnson. At this point in the Spurs sort of development cycle, like, okay, what else do you got for us, Johnson? What else do you have for us? Do we start looking at maybe an upgrade at this position? Because it's not going to be too long from this point for the Spurs to start competing. And they're going to have to look at their roster and in the mirror and decide whether or not Keldon Johnson's a part of the solution or a guy that will help find solutions for your roster construction. We got the Luke Cornett, who I think a lot of people see as a solution to an issue that they had. What happens when Victor Wembanyama comes off the court? And Luke Cornett is no Victor Wembanyama, but solid enough rim protector, solid enough defender, smart basketball player, good play finisher. He didn't take any threes with Boston, which is weird because Boston loves jacking up threes. But Luke Cornett, big and tall, 7'1", can come in and kind of be the prototypical backup big to Big Vic. Carter Bryant, the other rookie, the 7th, 8th pick for the Spurs. So they got Dylan Harper at 2, and they got Carter Bryant at 7-8. Carter Bryant looked fantastic in Summer League, not necessarily with his scoring, but with his defense. He looked like a demon defensively, and so adding a player of his caliber to this Spurs roster, they're going to be an excellent defensive team. Excellent defensive team. The issue is going to be, how are they going to score points outside of Victor Wembanyama? And that's part of the reason why you trade for De'Aaron Fox at the time in which they did so last year. You just need some help. You just need some help in the scoring department, and Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox can provide the right amount of points in order to get you to that spot. And that's it. That's everybody on the team. Let's get to the game. We got, We're about 10 minutes before the game starts. We got the Yankee game up. Schlittler on the mound. Gave up, 3-4 hits in that first inning. He found a way out of it with only 1 run scored, so. Game starts at 7:30, so you know that we will be tipping off at around 7:38, 7:40 usually, right about 10 minutes after the advertised date. You guys are going to have to fill me in on the Toronto Blue Jays New York Yankees game. Got that on in the background, but we're going to switch over now to the live stream of the Heat Spurs game, if we could find it. If we could find it. And it should be right here. There we go. Yak said, Judge, another hit we desperately needed. I mean, it's nice. It would have been nice for that hit to come with other players on the bench. I mean, with other players in scoring position, other players on base. But, you know, can't do it all by yourself. Finn, what's up, Finn? I didn't read your comment yet, but I already know it's going to be some kind of troll comment. My man Finn said, would you say these slick graphics are indicating that you're breaking into top 5 YouTube basketball influencers? Crazy. Probably not. I mean, you know, you never know, right? That is the dream. That is the hope. But, you know, I'll just be coming on here having fun. Right? Trying to make it as entertaining of a show as possible. And this is one of the ways. Get some nice, cool graphics, even if you got to make them yourself. Right? Listen, I thought about reaching out to some graphics designers and asking them, like, hey, I got this idea. You want to help me out with it? The issue is, you know, you got to pay those guys something. They're not going to work for free. And I was like, all right, you know what? Let's hit up the YouTube tutorials. Let's figure it out and let's put something together. Yeah, I said 3 of the first 4 got hit. He needs to settle down, should be. Yeah, he needs to settle down for sure. I mean, listen, we know the pressure doesn't really get to him after that Boston performance, but I think we'll be all right long term. Finn said, you had me convinced this was a professional job. I mean, you know, it's not really a job per se, because nobody employs me but myself. I guess it is. But, you know, if you treat it like a job and you treat it like a professional, it'll feel that way. So I appreciate you saying it, brother. I really, really do. Normally you're, you know, you got some troll comments, some funny comments in the chat, Finn, but I appreciate the how genuine you are with these comments. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You know, I worked this off season on these graphics, on the show, thinking about how you make it better. And this is the result for now, right? It's going to continue to get better. I say that every year, right? Year 1, we were sitting in a chair behind the desk, and it was really simple. Very simple. Year 2, what did I do year 2? Year 2, I think I was standing up. Year 2 was when we were standing up. Year 3, we introduced a different background for the stand-up streams and a little bit of a different setup. And the scoreboard, I believe, was year 2. Or maybe that was year 3. One of those. And then, you know, this year's year 4. We got the green screen up. We got the player graphics up. We got a new and improved scoreboard up. You know? Finn said, Chef is the truth, just like the Orlando Magic to the finals. There's the Finn I know and love. Appreciate you, brother. Magic to the finals. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's really not. Magic got a really good team. Got all to come together. Love the Bane trade. Great trade. You just need Paolo to be the guy I think everybody thinks he is. That maybe he thinks he is. Yeah, like I said, it's not the graphics, which is great, but how he calls the game, especially exciting games. I appreciate you, Yak. I appreciate you. I'm just an excited basketball fan watching basketball. Right? I really do be excited about exciting basketball. How can you not be? How can he not be? K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? He said last year was the year of the cursed Clyde suit. Yes, it was. And it will make its return, goddammit. It will make its return this season. I didn't go out and buy anything new. I didn't get anything new. I figured we're going to be a little bit chiller. We're going to pull back on the jackets. Still going to have the crazy shirts and everything. Shout out to Clyde. Just as a tip of the cap to Clyde Frazier. Always. Always. So I'm still going to have the crazy. I mean, we got them right here. We got them right here. Still going to have the crazy shirts. Still going to have fun with the outfits and everything. We're going to pull it back just a smidge, right? It got a little crazy just personally. Handling all of the outfits in a really small space in this room. Especially with the green screen set up now. It's like an even smaller space. But we're still going to have fun. Still going to have fun. Yak said 1, 2, 3, much better. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yak. Yes, sir. Keep us updated, Yak. Keep us updated. I have the Heat Spurs game on now. We will be tipping off in a minute or two. Hello, where will be coming off the bench tonight? Victor Wembanyama will start tonight. Thank goodness we get our stars in the game. Watched the Memphis game last night. While that ended up being far more entertaining than we thought it was going to be, did not have any John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey, a lot of players out for Memphis, or as I like to call them, the 76ers of the West. Finn said you should do a live call-in hotline before regular season games. I've thought about it, Bill. I've thought about it, Finn. I've thought about it. And, I might be working on some things in the background trying to set that up. We might do it through the membership tiers where it's $1 to get in. I might add a second tier, a $1 tier, and then upgrade the other one to a $4 tier or a $5, like a $3 fine. $1 tier I'm going to add, though. That will allow you access into, theoretically, as that's the plan right now. I'll do a $1 tier for the membership. The $1 will also give you access to the Discord, and then we could do a live call-in through the Discord, similar to how Knicks Fan TV does it. During the pre-games, right? If we can run through our graphics in the 40 minutes we have before tip-off, which obviously we should be able to, then we could do the call-in line real quick, right? We could do 30 minutes on the graphics, 10 minutes on the call-in line, and then we get to the game. Not a bad idea, right, Finn? Not a bad idea. I like it. It's just a lot to set up by yourself. It's really the issue. It's a lot to set up by yourself. I've reached out to buddies like, hey, I got this thing going. You want to help out? No one has been interested. So, you guys are gonna have to help me out as a community. We all have to be able to do this together because I can't keep doing it on my own. Can't keep adding things as a producer, but then also like having to do more as the producer behind the scenes, but then also be the host. You guys know. We talk about this. Yak said, can't wait for you to get Susan on the phone. Hilarious. It's a long time out, right? It's not going to be set up next week or anything, but that is a plan. At some point, I figured, screw it. Something I thought I'd never really want to do. I don't want to talk to y'all on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone to begin with. But now I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't mind it. Let's talk about it, especially for pregame stuff. What are you looking forward to? What are your takes on the game? Players you're looking out for? Matchups you want to see? Adjustments you may want to see if we're watching a series or anything like that. I'm excited. I'm excited for this season. I think it's going to be a good season, a season of prosperity, a season of improvement. A season of excitement, obviously, with the Knicks competing for a championship, legit championship run, legit championship aspirations. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. $7:36. We've got about 4-ish, 5-ish minutes, usually 10 minutes after the advertised time that we get to the tip-off. Heat Spurs tonight. Is Bam starting? Bam's got to be starting, right? If Kel'el Ware's coming off the bench, Bam's got to be starting. They did not show us the starting lineups. Let me not do this here. Let me do it over here. I'm going to look for starting lineups. Angela Harding. What's up, Angela? How are you? I'm good, Angela. I'm good. How are you? You covering the game, also the Knicks too? Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to, new schedule this year. We're just going to be live Monday through Saturday. We're just going to be live every day of the week. I'll take one day off a week for myself. We're going to be live Monday through Saturday. Are they going to show starting lineups now? Are they going to show? Okay, starting five for the Spurs. Devin Vassell. Why are they using first names? Julian Champagnie, Keldon Johnson, Harrison Barnes, and Victor Wembanyama. Where's Dylan Harper? I think Harper's out to start the year with an injury, but where's Castle? We got Vassell. We don't have Vassell. Where's Vassell? I didn't tune in here for Julian Champagnie. Oh, Vassell is in the starting lineup. Excuse me. Finn said trade speculation heating up. 2 Antetokounmpos for 1 Hart and 1 Kolek. Yeah, it might be Kostas and Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Those are the two. Kostas Antetokounmpo and Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Those are the guys we're gonna end up trading for. Who is starting for the Heat? Is Bam starting? Okay. This is not the content I was looking for. I just want to know who the starters were. They got video of Wembanyama working on his post moves. Anna said, will you cover other games besides the Knicks? Absolutely, Angela. We will be live every night watching a game, streaming a game, right? Whether it's the Knicks or not. When the Knicks are on, they always take priority. We will be doing every single Knicks game, just like every single season before. We will continue to do that. But on nights where the Knicks are not playing, we will pick a game and we will watch that game. So at some point, we will be able to experience all 30 NBA teams outside of the New York Knicks, outside of just watching the Knicks play them. Here we go. Here's the starting lineups. Drew Smith, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Nikola Jovic, and Bam Adebayo. Kel'el Ware will be coming off the bench for the Heat. No Tyler Hero, who's going to be out to start the year with an injury. A lot of players out to start the year with an injury. Here we go with the tip, and we're off and running. Here we go. In a very empty Miami stadium. Barnes has it up top. This is not my microphone. Here's my microphone. They get it over to Vassell. Mid-range foul line jumper. Got it to go. And Drew Smith bringing it down for the Heat. Being picked up by Vassell. Full court Vassell, the point guard for tonight. Smith gets it out to Adebayo. Adebayo hands it off to Wiggins. Wiggins back out to Bam. Bam, and no hesitation. Left wing three on the pick and pop. Can't get it to go. Was right on line, but just slightly short. Vassell has it up top, bringing it down. Coming to his right, playing the pick and roll with Wemby. In the mid-range, kicks it up top to Champagnie, swings it over to Johnson. Keldon Johnson And an offensive foul on Victor Wembanyama trying to fight for post positioning against Bam Adebayo. I mean, I know you've been lifting weights in the offseason, Big Wemby, but you may not be strong enough to contend with Bam in the post just yet. Adebayo hands it off to Wiggins. Wiggins steps back, deep mid-range jumper, airmails it. Jovic with the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled. Tried to throw it up at the basket, but it should be a foul on the floor. Angela said, okay, new things are happening. Great. New things are always happening around here, Angela. Appreciate you. Love having you in the chat all the time. Right? You're going to have to see me in your feeds every single night. I'm not taking any days off, unless obviously something happens, but we're going to be live as many nights as we can. Norman Powell to the rim, can't get the layup to go up the inbound. Here comes Keldon Johnson off the rebound, pushing it the other way. They get it over to Wemby. Wemby catches, pump fake, jab step, driving to his left, takes his 2 steps, puts up the floater. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just good defense, but it did not matter. 4-0 to start for the Spurs. Here comes Drew Smith bringing it down, fakes the handoff, kicks it out to a wide open Andrew Wiggins, left corner 3. He can't get it to go down. And quick hit ahead to Vassell for the Spurs. Vassell, a walk-in pull-up 3, well short. Long rebound. Norman Powell able to chase it down. He's going to bring it down right side of the court. Quick hit ahead to Jovic. Jovic in the right wing, right corner, being guarded by Wemby. And a foul on Wemby, and that's 2 quick fouls on Wemby. Don't pull him out of the game, coach. Leave him in there. Elvin Villamore, what's up, Elvin? Which team should we be looking out for besides the Knicks? Atlanta. I'm really high on Atlanta. The Spurs. We can go through it. We can go through the box score real quick. Nice pass from Norman Powell inside to Andrew Wiggins, sneaking along the baseline, able to get a 2-handed slam. We'll go through it. We can go through the standings real quick and kind of pick out some teams we want to watch for. But I would say, off the top of my head, Spurs in the West, Atlanta in the East. I'm high on Atlanta. I think they could be as good as the 3rd best team in the Eastern Conference next year. And, like, legitimately, not just because the East is down for a year. Wembanyama in the post. Just got to chuck it up with the shot clock winding down. He got it to go down. Little Dirk Nowitzki-esque fall-away jumper in the paint over the outstretched hands of 2 defenders. Didn't matter. Wembanyama starts the game 2 for 2. Oh, no, 2 for 3. Didn't miss the 3. He swing it over to Jovic. Jovic kicks it out. Powell catches, pump fakes. Wemby goes flying for it. Powell walks into a baseline floater along the right baseline. Wembanyama bringing the ball down. Picks up his handle. Oh, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson up top, being guarded by Powell now. They throw it over the top to Wemby. And Wemby immediately gets fouled by Powell. He caught that ball and did not wait. Immediately went right to the rim. Like, I got the mismatch on me. There's nothing he can do unless reach in and foul. Sadu Barry, what's up, Sadu? Nas Delon, what's up, Nas? Rockets look really good. They do. They did lose Fred VanVleet, which is a huge loss, just because they don't really have a point guard outside of VanVleet. They're going to have to rely on Reed Sheppard, second-year player who didn't really play as a rookie. As Wembanyama turns it over there as he lost his balance. Good defense from Bam. Here comes Wiggins pushing it the other way. Euro steps down the lane and gets swatted by Wembanyama. But they call a goaltend. I don't know if that was a goaltend. I think that was a pretty clean block. I think that's a clean block. If VanVleet doesn't get injured, that is a goaltend, by the way. If VanVleet doesn't get injured, they're absolutely a finals contender. But with him injured, I'm just not sure they're going to be able to get there. Wemby has it in the post. Saw the double team, kicks it out to Vassell. Vassell works his way into the mid-range, can't knock down the pull-up jumper. Jovic with the rebound, he's going to bring it down the other way. 8:30 to go here in the first quarter. Tied at 6 now. Swings it out to Powell. Powell gets fouled. Fouled by Champagny. A lot of whistles being blown here. The fouls are flying. Yak said, got to be Cleveland our biggest competition. Sadu Berry said, East versus West, who's better? The West overall. Yak said Cleveland has to be our biggest competition. Yeah, except the thing is that I'm just not worried about Cleveland for whatever reason. Like, I should be. I was worried about Cleveland last year. They got off to a great start. Felt like they were really, beating a lot of their demons. getting past a lot of their demons, working through it. And then the playoffs came, and I know they dealt with a bunch of injuries. But isn't that always the case with them? You know? But in the East, yeah, I guess just they have to be. They have to be. But, like, I think Atlanta's going to be a lot scarier than people are giving them credit for. A lot scarier. Nikhil Alexander-Walker is a crazy addition to have him alongside Dyson Daniels now. Norman Powell knocks down both of his free throws. Or was it all 3 free throws? He had 3 free throw attempts? I thought it was a foul on the floor. I guess he was in the act of shooting. Keldon Johnson bringing it down. Up top to Vassell. Vassell being guarded by Smith. Coming to his left off the Wembanyama screen. Kicks it out to Wembanyama on the pop. Sprays it out. Keldon Johnson on the right corner 3. He knocks it down. Oh. Tied at 9. Norman Powell knocks down the right corner 3 to answer. 3 points to the wrong side. Still getting used to it. Wembanyama sprays it out to a wide open Champagnie left corner 3, and Wembanyama continues to rack up the assist here. Tied at 12. Jovic kicks it up top, swings it over to Powell. Powell catches, pump fakes, step back, mid-range, deep 2. Can't get it to go. Bad shot. Harrison Barnes comes in for the rebound. He's bringing it down. Bam Adebayo's been extremely quiet here. I mean, he's got his hands full with Wembanyama here. Good defense from Bam to knock it out of Wemby's hands. He's got no dribble left. Now, he does have a dribble. And then they call a foul on Wiggins, reaching in as Wemby was trying to take it to the basket on him. 7:20 to go. Nazalan said, I'm good, Sheffy. Happy to see you, man. Basketball season. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy to be back. Happy to see you in the chat again, Naz. Spurs can't inbound it out of bounds. Going to go back to the Heat. Tied at 12. 7:19 to go. Nazalan said, Cavs don't look good. I like the Knicks. I mean, they do look good. I just don't trust them in the long term. Jovic works his way into the paint and knocks down a righty floater. Jovic should be in line for a big season here. Wembanyama crosses over to his left, goes to the scoop, lay it past Bam, can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Here comes Bam bringing it down. They get it over to Powell. Powell, cross-court pass, extra pass. Wide open Wiggins, left corner 3. He gets it to go, and the three-point shots are starting to go down for the Heat. So much so that we're going to get a timeout from the Spurs here. Wanted to talk a couple of things over, approaching the halfway point of the first quarter here. We're watching Wemby do a lot of whining and crying right now, looking for foul calls. He's not getting them. Bam playing them straight up, playing them well. Sudu Berry said the Bulls, Bucks, and Magic. I'm out on the Bulls. Get the Bulls out of here. Don't know why you're high on the Bulls to do. Bucks? I'm out on the Bucks. Love Giannis. But they got nobody else on that team. Nobody else I really like. So I'm good on the Bucks. Magic, yeah, Magic going to be good. They were good last year. Dealt with a ton of injuries. Made the Desmond Bane trade. They should be significantly better this year and have a much better regular season. Yak said, we match up well with Cleveland, but they will win a lot of games. They will win a lot of games. We do match up pretty well with them. We got Mitchell Robinson back healthy. Hopefully he stays healthy. Knock on every piece of wood you have around you right now, guys. Mitchell Robinson's going to stay healthy for the season. Every single piece of wood that you have, knock on it right now that Mitchell Robinson stays healthy for the whole season. Mitchell Robinson matches up with their bigs well. Anthony Towns matches up pretty well with them because he can spread them out and sort of get into their defense and spread their defense out between Mobley and Allen as rim protectors. They got answers for them with the Yabusele now. They can go 5 out and really spread the court out and take those rim protectors away from the basket. So they do have answers. They don't really have anybody who can guard Jalen Brunson. They're going to have Lonzo Ball, who's an excellent defender, but I'm not too worried about Lonzo Ball when he's going to have to be guarding Brunson. Kay Hazy said, teams I'm glad we're not playing in preseason. Spurs, Pacers, Cleveland, and Lakers. Typically for preseason, teams try to schedule just the games of teams who are in your vicinity, right? So we tend to play the Nets in preseason, tend to play the Wizards, tend to play Charlotte, tend to play Philly. They're in Pennsylvania right there. Minnesota is the closest West Coast team. You typically don't see us play West Coast teams, even though Minnesota's not too West Coast. They're more Middle America, and they're closer to the East than they are to the West, technically. But I think the whole Towns trade thing had us play them in the preseason last year, playing them in the preseason again. Tomorrow, actually, we play the Minnesota Timberwolves. So you tend to play the teams around you. Indiana's not too close. Cleveland's not too far either. So I don't know how often we've played Cleveland in the preseason games, but I feel like it's usually people in this area. Like it's usually your Charlottes, usually your Washingtons, usually your 76ers, and obviously your Nets. Here we go, checking right back in. Spurs with the ball, some full court pressure here from Miami in preseason. And they almost come up with the turnover. Ball was battered around, but Barnes is able to pick it up and bring it down. Barnes has it up top. They get it over to Luke Kornet, who's in for Wembanyama, who did not have a very good showing in that first quarter. Barnes kicks it up top to Vassell. Vassell swings it out to Keldon Johnson. Back to Vassell. No hesitation, three straight away. Can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball. Wiggins ends up with it. He's pushing it the other way. Spurs doing a good job of getting back on defense. Sprays it out to Jovic, who walks into a transition pull-up three. Well short, can't get it to go. And then out of bounds off of Norman Powell, or Drew Smith. Out of bounds off of Drew Smith from the Heat, who's trying to save an extra possession. Johnson bringing it down for the Spurs. They get it over to Kornet. Kornet over to Vassell. Vassell in the corner. No hesitation three yet again, this time from Barnes. He can't get it to go. I don't love these rush three-point shots from the Spurs. Not really working it around too much. Kind of what happens when you don't have a point guard out there. Wiggins settles for a step-back three against Kornet. Can't get it to go. Johnson comes flying in for the rebound. It's 17-12. I'm shortchanging the Heat a little bit here. 17-12. Past the halfway point of the first quarter here. Past the 6-minute mark. Inside pass to Luke Kornet, who knocks down a little push shot in the paint. Okay, Luke. Okay, Luke. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Luke Kornet. Drew Smith gets it over to Bam. Bam Adebayo holding onto it in the high post. Hits Jovic into the basket and forced to foul by Devin Vassell. So it's going to send Jovic to the foul line for 2 free throws. A nice cut from Jovic after setting the initial screen for Wiggins off ball. Immediately cut right to the basket. Bam saw him cutting. Great pass from Bam. Big-to-big connection. Vassell forced the foul. Rotating over. Going to send Jovic to the foul line for 2 free throws. Yeah, I said Jovic finally will break out. Been watching him since Ukraine, seen a few games. Love how they play team ball. Yeah, Jovic is good. And you know, he was highly touted when during his draft process and whatnot. Was a early-ish mid, right outside the lottery first round pick, right? Wasn't he like 17 or 18 or something like that? First round pick. They were high on him. A lot of teams were high on him. Has a ton of skill. Carter Bryant for the Spurs is in the game, the rookie. We went over Carter Bryant a little bit. See what he has. Offensive game looks very raw, but he looks ready to go defensively. They swing it out to Vassell. Vassell attacking along the baseline, but they call a foul on Jaime Jaquez, the shoulder separator himself. Fouls Vassell as he was going baseline, foul on the floor. Last game for the Bucks, they just put Jovic's stat line up 9, 8, and 7. A triple-double threat for Jovic. Does a little bit of everything. He is in line for a big breakout year this year. Johnson has it in the post, being guarded by Wiggins. Maybe not the matchup I'd personally go to. Johnson has it in the post, turns, flips it up with the right hand, gets it to go down. What do I know? Keldon Johnson taking him to the block and taking him to school. 18-16. Bam, mid-range pull-up jumper, in and out, and stays out. Vassell with the rebound, but then gets fouled by Jaquez in the backcourt. Bad foul from Jaquez, but also these refs just kind of calling everything right now. I really wish they wouldn't. Preseason for everybody, I guess. Vassell bringing it down. Has it up top. Gets it over to Kornet. Kornet back to Vassell. Vassell coming to his left. Sprays it out. Pump fake from Johnson in the paint. Leaves it off. Kornet reverse layup. Got it to go. Kornet's excellent mover off ball along that baseline as a rim running big. Home run pass to Bam. A bad pass. Bam was out of bounds. He tried to draw the foul. No foul called. So we're tied at 18. I gave 2 points to the wrong side. We're tied at 18. Carter Bryant's going to bring it down. 4:30 to go here in this first quarter. They get it over to Cornette. I don't even have the game cast off for you guys. My bad. They get it out to Harrison Barnes. A straightaway three. He gets it to go. Big HB. The wily vet. Bam gets fouled going to the basket. The foul on the floor. Finn said, would you say Jovic could surpass Jokic this year? Become the number one Jovic? There's a lot of them in the league. And there's more to come. There's definitely more to come. Bam at the foul line, knocks down his first free throw. He's got another one coming. He's been dying for those foul calls for a while. I gave 3 points to the wrong side yet again. Did it again. Spurs hit the three. Bam knocks down both free throws. Who's bringing that down? I don't think they noticed he's in the game. Cornette hands it off, dancing around the screen, and they call a moving screen on Luke Cornette. And Pell Larson comes in. Flagler for the Spurs is in. Adam Flagler, formerly on the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, going from the Thunder to the Spurs, just racking up being available for good organizations. Jaquez kicks it out to Powell. Powell able to draw the foul on the rookie. You're going to have to learn quickly, Rook. You're going to have to learn quickly. Norman Powell knows too much. Foul on the floor, but they're in the bonus, so they're going to get 2 free throws out of it. Yeah, said Ukraine teaches team ball. When we're looking for assistant coaches, I was hoping we would get one from there. A lot of good assistant coaches out there. Norman Powell at the foul line, knocks down the first one. Got one more coming. We're tied at 21. Norman Powell knocks down both of his free throws. A 1-point lead for the Heat here with 3:30 to go here in this first quarter. Champagny has it, dancing with it, gets it over to Cornette, back to Champagny, quick catch and fire from 3, and he gets it to go. Julian Champagny. You guys remember that game he had against the Knicks where he did not miss? Hit 8 threes that game, I think. Norman Powell to the rim, can't get the finger roll to go. Carter Bryant with the rebound, trying to go coast to coast, kicks it out in the corner to Flagler. Flagler left corner 3, can't get it to go. Home run pass from Khalil Ware gets picked off by Champagny, a terrible pass attempt. They kick it out, right corner 3. Lindy Waters can't get it to go. Former guy from OKC as well. They get it over to Jaquez. Jaquez kicks it out to Pell Larson. Larson to 3, can't get it to go. Khalil Ware with the offensive rebound. Has it in the post against Cornette. Going to take it himself. Lefty hook shot, can't get it to go. Cornette with the rebound. Here comes Flagler bringing it down. Gets it over to Champagny. Champagny, the veteran. Gets it over to Cornette. Back to Champagny. Another off the handoff, catch, fire, and shoot. And he gets another one to go. Maybe Miami might want to guard that guy. Maybe they want to go over those handoff screens and not under them. Stop giving this guy wide open looks. My goodness. Yak said tied 1-1. Who got the ribby, Yak? Who got the ribby? I'm going to pull it up over here, just on the ESPN box score, so I could see. So I could see what who's doing what. McMahon with the RBI. Okay. Good to know. Very good to know. Champagne's 3 for 3 from 3-point range. You might want to guard that guy. I'm letting my timer tick too far down. We have 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Champagne with 9. Cornette with 4. They've gone to the bench now. Wembanyama with 2 points, a couple turnovers. Didn't look great in that first quarter. Didn't look great. Could obviously be better. Norman Powell with 7, doing a lot of the heavy lifting here for the Heat with no Tyler Hero. Ball's in Norman Powell's hands, and he's going to have to make some decisions. Actually, let's leave that there. Let's pull up box scores over here. Champagne with 9, Keldon Johnson with 5, Wemby with 4, Vassell with 2. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Hit his first shot of the game. He's now 1 for 4. Oh, home run. I didn't even see that in the box score. Home run from McMahon. Nice. Getting contributions like that from people you're not really expecting it from, like a home run from McMahon, you're not really expecting it. Off the bench, Cornette with 4. Nobody else has scored yet. Lindy Waters, Carter Bryant, the rookie, Adam Flagler is in the game. As for the Heat, Norman Powell with 7, Andrew Wiggins with 7. Powell's doing a great job against the foul line right now. They get it into Jaquez in the post, being guarded by Champagne. Now he faces up, stop, turn, half spin, fall away jumper, draws the foul on Champagne. He's going to go to the foul line with 2 free throws. And I don't know if these guys are hacking and whacking away or if these refs are just getting very liberal with their foul calls. It's very annoying. Very annoying. Kasparas Jakuchonis is in the game for the Heat, the rookie. 20th overall pick out of Illinois, Jakuchonis. Jaquez knocks down the first one. Miami tends to have very boring games. Miami can sometimes be not a very entertaining team to watch. I was mostly banking on the Wembanyama experience to bring us some excitement here tonight. Carter Bryant bringing it down. 2 minutes to go here. Bryant tries to get it over to Flagler. Bad pass. Jakuchonis picks it off. And a nice lead-off pass for, who is that, Highsmith? Hayward Highsmith? No, Johnson. Keldon Johnson on the Heat. Kevin Johnson. And the Spurs almost turned it over again. And it is a backcourt violation from the Spurs. Good defense from the rookie. Who is this K. Johnson fella? Whoops. Kashad Johnson out of Arizona. Shout out to him. Shout out to Kashad Johnson out of Arizona. Got the nice dunk there off the nice feed from the rookie Jakuchonis. Here he is. He has it up top. Jakuchonis over to Jaquez. Working his way down in the post. Stop, turn, drop step, righty hook. Gets it to go over Champagne. Nice move. (27-28) as Miami's taking the lead now. Flagler settles for a pull-up 3 off the Wembanyama screen. He gets it to go. Miami getting killed going under these screens right now. Daring them to shoot. It's not working out for them. Johnson driving it down for the Heat. Forced to kick it out to Ware. Ware throws a bad pass. Flagler saw it coming all the way. Flagler picks it off, goes all the way, and lays it up and in. Jonas has it up top. Quick crossover to his left. Blows past the defense. Leaves it off for Jaquez. And Jaquez with a big one-handed hammer over Wembanyama. My goodness. Wemby, get up out the way, brother. My goodness, with a hammer. And then the Spurs turn it over as Lindy Water throws it off of Wembanyama's fingertips. He wasn't expecting the pass. Jaquez has it up top. Just under 30 seconds. Crosses over to his left. Gets down in the lane. Kicks it out to Jonas, the rookie. Or is that Larson? That's Pelle Larson. Knocks down the left corner three. Excellent play from Jaquez. Wembanyama has it up top, bringing the ball down. Directing traffic. Splits the double team off the pick and roll. Goes to the basket. Can't get the layup to go, but he does get fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. When was the last time y'all ever saw a 7-foot player receive a screen? He comes off the screen and then splits the pick and roll like he's Dwayne Wade. Who does that? Who teaches big men to play like that? Yak said, Ryan McMahon has been a great surprise for a defensive player since we got him. He has. Yes, he's been solid. I do know that. He's been solid. 1 point to the wrong side. My bad. Tied at 33. Tied at 33 after Wembanyama knocked down both free throws. Jaquez has it up top. Shot clock winding down. They don't get it off in time. And that's going to be the end of our first quarter. Tied at 33 here at the end of 1. That's fun. That's fun. I want to see more Wembanyama, though. Robin said, is Precious playing? He hasn't gotten into the game yet. I don't know if he's going to play tonight. We can look real quick. Is he active? He is active. He can get into the game. We'll see. We'll probably see him in the second half. Top of the fourth. How's the game going? How is the game going, Yak? Top of the fourth. Three hits to start the game for the Blue Jays, got them the 1 run, and since then, Schlittler's he's gone back into it. Yankees only with the 2 hits. One of them was a homer from McMahon. Got to keep an eye on the Yankees tonight. Right? Once you give us something to, once you bring back the hope, we're in it. We're in it. Ace's game is on. Should have tuned into that one earlier. We should have decided to watch that one tonight. Finn said George Costanza just ran on the field at Yankee Stadium. Shout out George Costanza. You know, obviously I'm a younger person, so I never watched Seinfeld as it was on. But I'd always figured, like, it's an old sitcom. It's not that funny. I watched a little bit of Seinfeld not too long ago, and it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I didn't think it was that bad at all. Here we go, start of the second quarter. Who are we coming out with? Jonas for the Heat, along with Jaquez, Pelle Larson. Kashad Johnson and Khalil Ware. Jaquez driving it down, stops, turns, pivots, got nowhere to go, kicks it out to Kashad Johnson. Johnson pump fakes, going to drive it in, hits Jakuchonis kind of along the baseline, loses the hand on the ball, kicks it out to Ware. Ware's got to chuck it up with the shot clock went down and got it to go. Looked like he wasn't even on balance. Looked like he wasn't even ready for the shot to come. And yet he knocks it down anyway. 36-33, start of the second quarter here. Starts us off with a nice big three from Khalil Ware. Keldon Johnson curling off the screen, can't get the righty layup to go. Kashad Johnson with the rebound for the Heat. They get it over to Jakuchonis in transition. Sprays it out to Pelle Larsson, right corner three. Well short. Loose ball. Khalil Ware picks it up off the nice fight from Kashad Johnson. He has it in the paint. Gets it knocked out of his hands. Kicks it out to Ware. He dribbles behind the three-point line. And again, dribbles behind the three-point line. Chucks up a left corner three, and he gets it to go down. Wembanyama looking to go right at Khalil Ware here. Stops, pump fake, leans in, and Khalil Ware able to just slap that ball out of his hands. Wembanyama again falling all over the place. A 3-on-1 fast break ends with a Jaquez one-handed hammer in transition, and San Antonio takes a timeout. Wembanyama all out of sorts. He got a little too comfortable playing against that Sharks team, that Chinese Sharks team. That was no good. Going up against the NBA competition here tonight, kind of getting stuffed a little bit. I think that's the second time we've seen Wemby get blocked. Khalil Ware taking it right to him. The second year playing say, I know you 7'5", but I'm 7'1" with a long wingspan. Come on, man. Yak said, Toronto started 3 or 4 and the kid settled in. Yeah, I watched the very beginning of it. I had it on, obviously, before the game started, so I just had it on the other monitor in the background. And I did see the way it started and was like, oh, no, come on, Schliller. But now he's settled in, like you said. It's a great way to put it. He's settled in, right? Like, okay, take a breather. Get out of the inning. Only gave up the 1 run off the 4 hits or the 3 hits. Still was able to get out of there relatively clean, relatively unscathed. And McMahon ties it up again, so it's like nothing even happened. So now go back to dominating. Speaking of dominating, Miami up 8 points here, 41-33, 10:46 to go here in the second quarter. So much so that the San Antonio Spurs had to call a timeout, kind of settle things down a little bit. I know it's preseason, but getting smacked up by the Miami Heat here, and I'm not doing a good job of keeping track of the score. You know what the issue is I changed the positioning of my scoreboard here, my scoreboard controller, and I don't like it. I'm going to change it back. I'm going to change it back to where I had it yesterday. I don't like it at all. That I'm going to put there, that I'm going to put there, that I'm going to put there, and then this goes here, and that's where it was originally. That's where I think I would like it to be. We're going to leave it there. The Exit Seinfeld has many hilarious episodes. I just figured it was going to be one of those shows that was of its time, not really funny or relevant today. And I was wrong. It still is funny. It's still very funny. You know? Still a very charming show. Finn said, would you take Shaka Smart to the Knicks as an upgrade over the current Bosley hair restoration before picture? If you're referring to Thibodeau, he's no longer the coach of the team, brother. Tibbs is gone. Kay Hazy said all those top picks the Spurs used, they're going to end up needing massive trades to go far. I don't know if they're going to need massive trades. I really don't think they're going to need massive trades. I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be a playoff team this year. Even in a pretty good Western Conference, they're going to be battling for a playoff spot. Top 6 seed. This early in Wembanyama's career is pretty good. You got Dylan Harper. Carter Bryant's going to be a solid piece. You got Sohan, who you like. You got Vassell, who's decent. I don't think they're going to make too many trades. They made the De'Aaron Fox trade, but that's because he was free. Wembanyama driving it down and gets caught in the air, had nowhere to go, and turns it over yet again. Wemby just turning the ball over time and time again. How many turnovers is that on Wembanyama now? Wemby got way too comfortable. He thought, I'm going to come in and dominate. And he's not. He's got 3 turnovers already. Got more turnovers than made shots. 3-2. Jakuchonis, pocket pass to Khalil Ware, driving it down, goes to the rim, gets fouled by Lindy Waters. Khalil Ware going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. 41-33, can make it a double-digit lead here for the Miami Heat. Jocko Jonas has 4 assists tonight. Not forcing anything, being a ball handler, being a creator. Something the Miami Heat desperately needed last season was more creators. Right? It was kind of Tyler Hero or bust. They bring in Norman Powell. They draft Jocko Jonas. Seems to be an excellent fit for what they want to do and fills in a big need that they had. Ware misses a free throw. Got to be making your free throws, big dog. Does knock down the second one. So a 9-point lead. And some more full court pressure from the Heat here. Adam Flagler bringing it down. Gets it over to Keldon Johnson. Gets it over to Wembanyama, high post, right corner. Up top to Flagler. Flagler driving it down. Gets swatted out of there by Jocko Jonas. Hit ahead to Jaquez. Jaquez over to Ware. Extra pass. Pell Larson, left corner 3 wide open. Can't get that one to go. Wembanyama with the offensive rebound. Wembanyama's going to bring it down. He doesn't need an outlet. He is the outlet. Wembanyama attacking Ware. Stops, turns. They show a double team. Over to Champagnie, left corner 3. Splashes another Manette. When did Julian Champagnie become an absolute sniper? My goodness, is this man dangerous behind the arc. They get it out to Johnson. Keshad Johnson for the Heat. Gets it in the corner to Jaquez, who gets fouled trying to take the baseline. Blocking foul. Foul on the floor. 9:21 to go here in the second quarter. Yak said he had a bunch of turnovers last game he played also. Yeah, but that was just a sloppy game in the sense that he was just throwing the ball all over the place. I think just going from the competition he was playing to go into the game tonight against actual NBA competition is just like, it's an adjustment. He clearly was not prepared for tonight, unfortunately. He's got 4 assists tonight, but he does have the 3 turnovers. And he is a turnover machine, Yak. He is also a turnover machine. For the graphics, when the Wembanyama graphic come up, we can look real quick what his turnovers were. Jaquez up top, gets it over to Jocko Jonas, settles for the pull-up 3, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Vassell with a long rebound, quick outlet to Wembanyama. When was the last time you saw the point guard grab a rebound and then outlet it to their center? Vassell swings it over to Keldon Johnson, who's going to look to attack, gets into the paint, gets the righty hook shot to go over Keshad Johnson. Johnson on Johnson crime. 8:45 to go here in the second quarter. Jaquez has it up top, crosses over to his left, spins to his right, has it in the paint, kicks it back out. They swing it over to Kel'el Ware. Pump fake, jab step 3. Can't get it to go. Jocko Jonas tries to tip it up and in. Can't get that one to go down. And here comes Keldon Johnson pushing the other way for the Spurs. Leans in. Can't get the layup to go. Gets blocked, but he is fouled by Jaquez. No, by Jocko Jonas, the rookie. Going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws with 8:30 to go here in the second quarter. Wembanyama, I missed Wemby. I missed the Wemby graphic. How many turnovers does Wemby have? Average last year. Finn said, who were your favorite hoopers from the And One mixtapes? Escalade. Escalade was probably my favorite. Shout out Escalade. Keldon Johnson at the foul line knocks down the first one. Back to a 3-point game like that. Just like that. The 3-point shot, the great equalizer. Keldon Johnson has one more coming. Keldon Johnson had a little bit of a disappointing season last year, I would say. Looking for a bounce-back year this year. Johnson knocks down both of his free throws. 2-point game, 1-possession game. 42-40, 8:30 to go. Jocko Jonas bringing it down, crosses over to his left, stops, turns, over to Ware. Ware puts up the floater, can't get it to go, but gets his own offensive rebound over Cornette, gets the dunk, and is fouled by Lindy Waters. My goodness, Kel'el Ware, yes sir. Announce yourself. He's a Victor Wembanyama in the game. Don't matter, I'm a hoop. You take him out, you put Luke Cornette in there. Oh, best believe I'm especially going to hoop against Luke Cornette. Roger G. Will and Robin, where's Susan? I don't know. I don't know where Susan. Maybe she is not interested in the Miami Heat. Maybe she's not interested in the Spurs. I don't know. Kel'el Ware does knock down his and one free throw. 3 points the old-fashioned way. Cornet has it up top. They get it over to Barnes. Barnes coming to his left off the Cornet screen. Snaking it back to his right hand. Crowded in the paint. Didn't matter. They still blew the whistle. I didn't see the foul there, but there was a reach in somewhere. And I believe he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws, Harrison Barnes. 8 minutes to go. AP, what's up, AP? Barnes misses a free throw. Can't be missing free throws. Can't be missing free throws. Jovic and Andrew Wiggins subbing back in. Keshad Johnson and Jaime Jaquez to the bench. AP said, I love watching Pat Riley fail. It is a good time to watch Pat Riley fail and be miserable. It is a good time. Harrison Barnes misses 2 free throws. You can't be the elder statesman, the veteran of the team, and be missing free throws. Come on, HB. Who is this up top? That's Jaku Chonis, the rookie. No, that's Larson, excuse me. They look similar. You can't believe me. Pell Larson driving it down, throws the lob up to Kel'el Ware, and Kel'el Ware is hooping. Start this man. Eric Spoelstra, start this man. He's hooping right now, dunking it all over Luke Cornet right now. Keldon Johnson has it. Carter Bryant has it up top. They get it over to Cornet in the high post. Cornet hands it off to Johnson. Johnson sprays it out to Vassell. He catches, pump fakes in the corner. Harrison Barnes, the right corner 3. Gets it to go down. There's the calm demeanor from Harrison Barnes paying off right there. Jaku Chonis gets it over to Wiggins. Wiggins over to Jovic, curling around. Spins off of Vassell. Lost the handle, picks it back up, has it in the post. Backing him down. Stops, turns along the baseline. Great defense. Forced to kick it out to Kel'el Ware. He's going to catch, pump fake, drive the baseline. A big right-handed hammer as the seas parted from the Spurs. Luke Cornet had to go out there contest. He hit 2 earlier in the quarter. And off the pump fake, wide open lane for Kel'el Ware, who's kind of taking over here for Miami. Harrison Barnes driving it into Ware. Leans in. Stops. Can't get the layup to go. Cornet with the offensive rebound gets fouled by Jovic. And it's going to send Luke Cornet to the foul line for 2 free throws. 6:35 to go here in the second quarter, approaching the halfway point. Mr. Sports, what's up, Mr. Sports? Happy to see you back, brother. AP said, and it hurts to say that because he's one of my favorite Knicks coaches. It does hurt to say that, but, you know, when you're a snake, you're a snake. It is what it is. You decided to be a snake. So now I got a root for your downfall. AP said Riley did say losing that finals was his worst moment. Yeah, should have been better. 14.7 rebounds and a block for Kel'el Ware in the first half so far. He has scored the last 8 points for the Miami Heat, and he gets subbed out here. Bam Adebayo in the game. The starting 5 for the Miami Heat back in. Starting 5 for the Spurs in, outside of Wembanyama. Luke Cornet is in for Wemby. Cornet knocks down his 2 free throws. Oh, no, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second one. Harrison Barnes crosses over. Not Harrison Barnes. Andrew Wiggins crosses over. Can't knock down the floater. Cornet with the rebound. Carter Bryant bringing it down. Out to Cornet. Cornet has it up top. Hands it off to Barnes. Barnes is going to drive it down. Kicks it in the corner to Bryant. He's going to drive it to his left. Middle of the lane, fall away, mid-range jumper. Comes up well short. Jovic with the rebound. He's going to go all the way, coast to coast. Righty layup. Can't get it to go. Looking for a foul call. He doesn't get. But knocked out of bounds by the Spurs fighting for the rebound. So it'll at least remain with the Heat here. And a little over 6 minutes to go in the second quarter here, approaching the halfway point. Mr. Sports said, I'm in fantasy. I have the 3rd pick. Who should I pick? I'm not good with fantasy sports. I've never partaken in any fantasy sports league. Football, basketball, none of them. I've never participated. So I'm not the best person to ask. I would just say if you have the 3rd pick, I would say take either I would say take either Jokic. Wemby's not a bad pick, but third may be a little too high for him. Jokic, Giannis. You got to take guys who are going to fill up the stat sheet, obviously. Going to score a bunch of points, maybe some SGA. Guys who you know are going to play a lot, which is why I think Wemby might not be a great pick. Harrison Barnes misses a floater. Bam Adebayo with the rebound. Euro steps down the lane, and Adebayo draws the foul on Luke Kornet. Luke Kornet's not been very good. He's not been very good right now. Going to send Bam to the foul line for 2 free throws. Nazlan, what's up, Nazlan? You're a good man. Stay out of lotteries. Okay, Hazy said Giannis. That's the first. The first 2 guys who came to my mind were Jokic and Giannis. But he said he has the third pick. So if Jokic goes 1 and Giannis goes 2, I was trying to think of a third. Who would be the third guy I would immediately go to? It's like SGA, maybe Wemby, but the health thing is always going to be an issue with fantasy sports. You got to pick a guy who's going to rely on health. As Bam misses 2 free throws. What is going on with the free throw shooting here tonight? Definitely a warm-up preseason game for sure. They get it into Kornet. Kornet has it up top. Out to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive it into the paint. Through a ton of contact. Draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And, man, it's been a hack fest. We're just trying to get through the game, y'all. We're just trying to get through the game. I don't need to sit here and watch all these free throws. 5:12 to go. Let's sync up our timer. 5:12 to go. What are the team free throws we're looking at right now? 8 free throws for the Spurs and 16 free throws for the Heat. I mean, it's a free throw fest. My goodness. My goodness. Johnson knocks down the first free throw. Johnson knocks down the second free throw. Norman Powell has it up top. Quick crossover to his left. Pocket pass to Bam right through his fingertips. Just couldn't handle it. It was right there. Out on the fast break are the Spurs. Keldon Johnson in the lane. Knocks down the little lefty floater. Off a mini Euro step. Keldon Johnson did knock down the other free throw as well. So it's 48-50. As Andrew Wiggins just throws it right out of bounds. Not on the same page as Drew Smith there. Bad pass from Wiggins. Wembanyama is going to sub in for the final 4.5 here in the second quarter. Luke Kornet and Wembanyama, between the 2 of them, they've kind of not been very good at all. Almost at all. Vassell has it up top, driving to his right off a screen, gets into the lane, throws up a floater, can't get it to go. Wembanyama trying to keep it alive, but Wiggins knocks it out of bounds, so it will stay with the Spurs. He did keep it alive. Champagnie gets it into Johnson. Keldon Johnson pulls it back out. Gets it over to Champagnie, driving it down, gets it knocked out of his hands, and it's going to stay with the Spurs. Very slow-paced game here. We got to get back to the Knicks. We got to get back to some running basketball. I got to get back to the Spurs and the Timberwolves. That was a fun game. This game, he just played way too slow. Vassell leans in, tough baseline, falling away, shot, well contested, terrible shot from Vassell, airballs it. Here comes the Heat pushing the other way, and Andrew Wiggins just walks with it. Man. Now the turnovers are starting to pile up. This is some ugly basketball here in the first half. This is absolutely some preseason basketball. Sometimes you get hits, sometimes you get games like tonight. Hopefully the second half is a little more entertaining. A little over 4 minutes to go here. Johnson bringing it down. Has it up top. Sprays it out to Barnes. Barnes gets it over to Champagnie. Now into Wembanyama. And a foul on the floor by Jovic. Had no chance of guarding Wemby there. Robin said, can't wait to see Precious if we see him. Hopefully he plays tonight. Vassell 1 for 6 from the field. He missed his last 5 shots. He started the game making his first shot. He's now 1 for 6. Wembanyama's at the foul line because they're in the bonus. AP said Greg Popovich is gone. San Antonio is going to be what they were before he got there. Same will be with Golden State. I think they're going to be pretty good. I think they're still going to be fine. I think they're still going to be perfectly fine, brother. Coach Johnson has been primed and ready for this spot. And also, Greg Popovich is still hanging around the team. He's still there. AB said in Miami will become irrelevant again when Riley leaves. I don't think Riley's ever going to leave. When Riley leaves is when he passes. That will be when Riley leaves. Jovic in the post, kicks it out. Wide open three for Drew Smith. Drew Smith knocks it down. Great pass from Jovic. Wemby did knock down both of his free throws. And I guess they called it a long two. 49-52, unless my score was off. Bam picks up a steal. Drew Smith off the Bam, and Bam with a nice one-handed jam in transition. It looked like it was in slow motion, but he got it to go down. I don't know what it is about Miami, but they look like they play in slow motion. Wembanyama has it in the post, kicks it out to nobody, and another turnover for Wembanyama, who was playing awful tonight. I was looking forward to the Wemby experience tonight. He looks awful. He was not ready to play tonight. I'll tell you that. He looks like a rookie all over again tonight. Preseason, obviously. Yeah, I said second half starter sitting. True. Will most likely happen. Tends to happen with every preseason game until you get to like the final one or two. Start seeing the starters play closer to regular minutes. At that point, simulate the regular season. For the first couple of preseason games, you want to give everybody an opportunity to play, showcase themselves, give them an opportunity to win you over as a head coach, see what they can do in the game, and maybe show themselves off to other teams. Give them an opportunity to showcase their talents. Maybe they can sign a training camp deal next year with the team, or summer league G League deal or something. AP said Pat Riley's like 80-something years old now. He is. You know, you never know. You could have 20 more years of Pat Riley, brother. Pat Riley. Big Pat. He is exactly 80. We could have 20 more years of Pat Riley. We do not know. Yak said 2-1 bad guys in Yankee Stadium. Unfortunate. Top of the fifth. Unfortunate. Schlittler only has one strikeout. Okay. He's keeping the runs low. Yanks bats have to wake up. Bat has to wake up here. We get a Heat full timeout. 2:47 to go. My timer's still ticking for some reason. Just under 3 minutes. 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. It's a 5-point lead for Miami, 54-49. Wemby's playing terrible. AP said after 50, it's hard to get that other 50. Hey, man. He's 60% of the way there, getting to 80. He's 60% of the way there, more than halfway there. And living that easy life in Miami, I mean, he's set for life. Got part ownership in Miami of the Heat. He don't got a lot of worries. He got access to the best doctors in the world. Some people got it easier, man. Some people got it easier than others. If it wasn't for Julian Champagnie hitting 4 threes here, Miami would be down double digits. Here we go, getting right back into the game. Almost at halftime. We're still stuck on those 2 hits. Looking at the Yankees game. Now the Yankees are coming up to bat. Got out of that inning with only 1 run allowed. Yankees bats have to wake up though. You're not gonna win. You were never gonna win this game 1-0. Right? You were never gonna win that game 1-0. So you got to get some runs on the board. Back to this game. Vasel's at the foul line, knocks down the first free throw. AP said, what if he needs a new brain? Can doctors help that? Maybe. Maybe. I'm no doctor. Maybe. They can definitely prolong it as much as can. Drew Smith gets it out to Adebayo. Adebayo has it up top, dancing with it against Wemby. In the paint, little fall-away jumper over Wemby. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Wembanyama. Keldon Johnson chases down the long rebound. Has it on the right wing. Hands it off to Vassell. Vassell looking to dance with it against Jovic now. Quick crossover to his left. In the paint. Kicks it out. Flagler, left wing 3. Has the open space and makes them pay by knocking it down. And it's a 1-point game. How it's a 1-point game? Is it a 1-point game? It is a 1-point game. No, it's tied. I didn't give Vassell the second made free throw. Wiggins gets fouled going to the basket by Vassell. It's going to send him to the foul line with 2 free throws. How it's tied with the way the Spurs have played, turning the ball over and missing open shots time and time again. I don't like. Somebody in the chat earlier said they think Miami could be good this year. I don't see it. I don't see it. Andrew Wiggins misses a free throw. It's just preseason. You're not going to overreact, obviously, but oh my goodness. AB said turn him into RoboCop. I mean, look, man, with the obscene amount of money that guy has, he might try it. He might try it. We might never get rid of Pat Riley. He might never leave our lives. Adam Flagler bringing it down after Wiggins doesn't at least knock down the second free throw, splitting the pair. Vassell up top, coming to his right. Gets the mid-range pull-up jumper. Gets that one to go down finally for Vassell. Spurs take a lead, 56-55, 140 to go. Adebayo hands it off to Powell. Powell, baseline pass, kicks it out to Adebayo. Adebayo with the foul line is going to settle for the pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Vassell with the rebound. He's pushing the pace, coming the other way. Shovels it over to Wemby. Catches, pump fake, driving it down. Back to Vassell. Extra pass. Flagler, a right wing 3. Just made one from the left wing. Can't get it to go down. Knocked out of bounds by Adebayo. Wemby fighting for it. It's going to stay with the Spurs here. K. Hazy said, he and Spurs are both playing pretty bad. Yeah. Vassell knocks down a mid-range jumper there. That's 2 in a row for Devin Vassell. I was getting on him a little bit for his poor performance, his poor shooting so far, but 2 in a row there for Devin Vassell. Wiggins pulls it back out. I just don't like the execution from either side. A lot of one-on-one play, just going to the basket. Wembanyama comes up with a big block on Wiggins. And now Wemby has it up top. Sprays it out. Extra pass. Flagler back to Barnes. Barnes a right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Keldon Johnson, the offensive rebound in the paint. Flips it up with the right-hand hook. Gets it to go down. Norman Powell, right wing 3, has been very quiet since that first quarter start. Vassell with the rebound. Home run pass to Wemby. Stop, turn, half spin, pump fake, inside. Flagler to the rim. Well contested. Can't get the layup to go, but a foul on Drew Smith is going to send Flagler to the foul line for 2 free throws with 37 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Adam Flagler's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Misses a free throw. The amount of missed free throws, we're going to go through it here. At halftime, we'll look at the box scores. Man, both sides really not playing too well. Not shooting it well, outside of a couple of guys here and there. But we'll look at it. It has indeed been a rough night to watch. A far cry from the game we had last night. Jovic gets it over to Bam. Bam shoves it over to Powell. Powell bringing it down. 30 seconds to go. Goes all the way to the rim and sneaks up a little layup over Wemby. Got it to go with a little underhand scoop. Wembanyama has it up top, waving off the defense, looking to go one-on-one. No, he's going to call for a screen from Vassell. Wemby, the ball handler, coming to his left. Powell switches onto him. Wemby hands it off to Barnes now. Now he wants it in the post against Jovic. Shot clock winding down. He faces up, driving to his right. Flips it up. Can't get the friendly roll. Hit the back of the rim. Here comes Adebayo. A bullet pass inside the Jovic. Just a bad pass from Adebayo, just coming in way too hot on that pass. He was right next to you. Turns it over, and that's going to be the end of our first half. End of the second quarter there. Is that 3 and out for the Yankees? Yak, let me know. Is that 3 and out for the Yankees? Yak said most of these preseason games have been pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, it's teams warming up. Preseason's not meant to be super watchable, right? For any sport. Like spring training, pretty bad baseball watch. NFL preseason, pretty bad, right? You get like a series, maybe 2 from the starting quarterbacks. And then NBA preseason is usually pretty rough. You get pretty rough games. Trying to implement new things year over year, obviously. But tonight's a pretty rough game. I mean, from all over the place, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough offensively and defensively. Not a whole lot of highlights. Not a whole lot of fun. When Kel'el Ware started to get it going, Spoelstra pulled him out of the game. Yak said, how did Randall and Dante play yesterday? They were fine in their first half minutes. Randall looked good. Randall looked really good. He looked solid. DiVincenzo hit a 3. Didn't do much else outside of that. It was kind of an up and down game from Minnesota to start because Indiana got off to a rollicking start. They were ready to go right away. David Osh Jr., what's up, David? Watching the Yankees? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yak has been filling us in on what's been going on with the Yankees. Nazalon said Hawks-Rockets was really good. The Hawks-Rockets game? I did not even check that. Oh, that was from the other day. We said we were going to go through that box score real quick. As a matter of fact, I do want to look at that box score real quick. Reza Shea, 9 points, 1 for 6 from 3-point range. Man, this Sunday, I want to get a new setup for this. So it's easier for us to look at this together. But Reza Shea, 9 points, 1 for 6 from 3-point range. Jalen Johnson, 5 for 8 from the field, hit a 3, 11 points. Everyone kind of scored. Porzingis started. This is their projected starting lineup over here. Reza Shea, Johnson, Porzingis, Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, off the bench, Okongwu. Shout out Jacob Toppin, gone in the game. Okay, Jacob Toppin, I see you. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 3 for 6 from 3, 5 for 8 from the field. As for Houston, who started? Reed Shepherd did start. 7 points, 3 boards, only 1 assist. Alperen Sengun, 19, 5, and 6. In a calm 17 minutes. Nice. Hit 2 threes. Amin Thompson hit a 3. They'd have 4 turnovers. Tari Eason got to start. No KD. No K Dizzle. David Osh Jr. said no offense for Cam. Yeah, we were just talking about David. Like you would never, you couldn't have expected to win this game. They put 1 run up on the board, 1-0, right? I think Schluter's done a pretty. Obviously, I'm not watching the game, so I can't really tell you. But just from looking at the box score, I think Schluter's done a perfectly fine job. He's held them to 2 runs. The bat's got to wake up at some point to help the pitcher out. You can't expect to win the game 1-0. Got to put points up on the board. Got to get runs in. We're still sitting on 2 hits. Judge is the only guy to get on base. The 1 run we have is from a McMahon home run. So we can go through the box score of the game we're watching tonight. 61-57 at halftime. Champagny 4 for 4 from three-point range. He's kind of saved his team. Keldon Johnson has also done an excellent job tonight. 5 for 6 from the field. 5 for 6 from the field. This is where I have to get a smaller setup. Move my camera. Make myself smaller. Keldon Johnson 5 for 6 from the field for 15 points. 5 boards. Wembanyama 2 for 5 from the floor. 4 turnovers. 6 points. 2 rebounds, 4 assists, only the 2 rebounds. Not a great night for Victor Wembanyama. He's been all over the place, not looking good at all. Vassell, 8.6 boards, 2 assists. 9 points for Flagler. Off the bench at 2 threes. He made something happen. Vassell, only 3 for 8, 8 points. Between Wembanyama and Vassell, not been a great night for the Spurs. Obviously, don't have a lot of their firepower. No De'Aaron Fox. No Dylan Harper, stuff like that. Nazalon said starters are playing with both teams. I mean, they're both missing a lot of players, right? For the Heat, they started Jovic, Wiggins, Adebayo, Powell, and Drew Smith. So no hero. I guess outside of that, really just no hero. Most of their rotation is intact after that. Unless I'm missing somebody here. I think most of their rotation is intact. Davion Mitchell, not playing tonight. He's their backup guard. The Spurs have an excuse. No De'Aaron Fox, no Stephon Castle, no Dylan Harper. So it makes sense. It makes sense why their offense is very clunky. But they have no traditional point guard out there. Vassell is technically the starting point guard out there, playing alongside Johnson, Barnes, Champagny, and Wemby. So he is the de facto point guard. But like Jeremy Sohan before him, who's also not playing tonight, by the way, like Jeremy Sohan before him, just not a point guard. And so you're not really getting your offense set up at all. AP reminding people to thumbs up. Appreciate you, AP. Appreciate you. Are we still sitting on? Yeah, we're at the top of the 6 now. Still sitting on the 2 hits, man. Still sitting on the 2 hits. Alicia Littler's still going. Only has the 2 strikeouts. But holding Toronto down. What are the other games we have on tonight? Boston, Memphis, 50-28. Oh my goodness. 50-28. At the not even halfway through the second, 50-28 Memphis. Guys, come on. Are you gonna tell me nobody's playing here for Memphis? Aldama, Cedric Howard, Jalen Wells, Lawson Lovering, Javon Small. Okay, I understand why they're down so much now. Xavier Tillman started. He only played the 7 minutes. Chris Boucher got the start. Sam Hauser, 2 threes. Derek White is 1 for 6 from 3, so he's not even cooking that much. Jaylen Brown is cooking, though. 2 for 4 from 3, 5 for 6 from the field. Off the bench, who's cooking? Everybody's getting in on the action. But still not like nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. Robin said, love your shirt. Appreciate you. He said, Grizz just gave up the season before the season started. Didn't they do this last year? Oh my goodness, Memphis, the Philadelphia 76ers of the East. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm just going to keep saying it. The only other game on is Utah-Houston. Who's playing for Houston? Taylor Hendricks is out there for Utah, though. I'm a big Taylor Hendricks fan. He's 2 for 3 from three-point range for 8 points. I'm a big Taylor Hendricks fan. He got hurt before the season started last year and was forced to miss the entirety of his second season. But he's back. My man Taylor Hendricks. And once a Nick, always a Nick. Speed Makai Luke. Welcome back to a starting lineup. Yusuf Nurkic is out there. Keontae George is out there. Ace Bailey's out there, 3 for 7 from the floor. Interested in how Ace Bailey looks. Kevin Love is actually playing basketball for Utah. I was for sure Kevin Love was not going to play a single second ever for Utah, but Cody Williams, Bryce Sensball still out there, 3 for 4 from three-point range. He's feeling it. Walt Clean Jr.'s out there for Utah, okay. They got some shooters for sure. KD is playing tonight. The full starting lineup is out there for Houston. This should be their starting lineup this season. Reed Shepard, Alperen Sengun, Amin Thompson, Jabari Smith-Jr., and Kevin Durant should be the full starting lineup. Obviously, with no Fred VanVleet, who would be in there in the Reed Shepard role, but Reed Shepard's probably going to get the start. J.D. Davison is on Miami. Is on Houston. Did not know that. Did not know that. These are the only games on, I believe. Yeah, the other two games are 10 o'clock start times. Dang, maybe we should have watched Jazz Rockets. I just had no interest in watching the Jazz. Sengun's got 9 and 7 already. Yeah, I said rookie only in the mid-70s in pitch count. He should still pitch in the 7th. Good. Look, man, this is now 2 in a row with Cam Schlittler, who's coming through for you when you need him most. Now you just need your bats to wake up. Now we just need the bats to wake up. If I was a betting man, I'd put money on the Grizzlies in the second half. I'm just saying. That's just me, though. That's just me. That's just me. Raptors Kings later tonight. Would be kind of interesting to check up on RJ and Quick. I saw some stuff from Quickly in the preseason. He looked really good. Ready to go. But got to keep an eye on our young guys as they continue to build their futures. Yeah, I said wondering if late signing is why Precious hasn't played. I think Precious hasn't played because he's not going to be part of the rotation. He's a second half guy in the preseason and a third string big man during the regular season. Bellinger's coming up. Oh, Bellinger's up now. Judge got out. No, Grisham was out. Judge is batting now. Right? What's going on? Somebody fill me in. What's going on with the Yankee game? Kevin Love is 37 years old, a senior citizen. Yeah, at this point in his career, I'm surprised he even laced it up in the preseason here for Utah. Played 8 minutes, knocked down a 3. He's got 3 turnovers, 4 boards. Still rebound. Could still rebound. Ace Bailey, 4 for 8 from the field for 9 points. Interesting. We're gonna have to watch the highlights of this. $14 points for Khalil Ware off the bench. He was excellent. Really the only guy who was fun to watch in the first half. Where is he? Khalil Ware off the bench, 5 for 8 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3-point range, 7 rebounds, 14 points, a block. Did have 2 turnovers, though. All right, I think we're getting ready to check back in here. Here we go. Start of the third. Let's get it started. Get the chair out of here. And we start off with a foul. The starters are still out there for Miami. Okay. And for the Spurs. Let's get it. We're getting the game, y'all. We're getting the game. They might play some of the third quarter and then be done for the night, but as of right now, we're getting the game. Vassell has it up top. Swings it over to Wemby. Wemby catches, pump fakes, drives it down in the lane, puts it above glass. Can't get it to go. Jaquez knocks it loose. Don't have my microphone. Y'all can't hear me. As Bam throws it out of bounds, he just throws it out of bounds. He thought Jaquez was going to stay there. Jaquez cut. The ball finds its way out of bounds. Going back to the Spurs. 11:20 to go. We're right into it, right into the mix of things. Johnson gets it over to Vassell. Still a 4-point game. Neither team has yet to score. Vassell up top being guarded by Bam. Swings it out to Champagny in the post to Wemby. Just quick drop step, lefty dunk over Jaquez. Nothing special. Let me just turn and dunk it. Jovic up top, tries to get over to Jaquez. Vassell jumped the passing lane, and Miami looks half asleep here. The Spurs are getting ready to jump out. Spoelstra and the Heat called the timeout. 8-point lead for the Spurs. This could flip right away here. This could flip. Yak said Toronto pitching change. Cool. Bottom of the 6th, pitching change. We got a guy on first. On a walk. Judge was walked. Judge is on first. Is that what's happening right now, Yak? Judge was walked. Was he intentionally walked, or did he get the ball for? Vassell waking up a little bit. Getting a steal. Getting down in the open court. Miami just looks like not even half a step slow. They just look like they're sleepwalking out there. Miami's just, they trying to go out and have some fun tonight. Like after the game. They're trying to get themselves after the game to go out and have some fun. Now down by 8 to San Antonio. At 1 point, the largest lead to the game was 9-point lead for Miami earlier in the first. And now it's completely flipped around where we got an 8-point lead for the Spurs. Kay Hazy said, no more Heat games. It's not worth it. Yeah, we're finding out. We're going to find out as the season goes on what teams are fun to watch and what teams are a slog to watch. And Miami is a slog to watch. Miami is incredibly unentertaining, an unentertaining basketball team to watch. Very slow, very deliberate offense. Not a lot of razzle-dazzle. Susan, what's up, Susan? Yeah, intentionally walked. Okay. They're afraid of Judge. They were afraid of Aaron Judge. I mean, pretty smart. Pretty smart. Oh, we got two guys on base now. Who got the hit? Another walk? Two walks? Chisholm is up now. Here we go. We're back into it. Norman Powell has the ball up top. Pocket pass to Bam. Bam tries to get it inside. Knocked loose. Now over to Wiggins in the corner. Stop, turn, spin. Fall away jumper. Can't get it to go. Wembanyama with the box out and rebound over Bam. Quick outlet to Champagnie. Champagnie bringing it down. Back to Wemby up top. Wemby, jab step, coming to his left, dancing with the ball. Being guarded by Jaquez. Leaning in. Kicks it out last second. Champagnie wide open left corner three. Rattles it in. This guy Champagnie does not miss. Julian Champagnie does not miss. An 11-point lead, the first double-digit lead of the night. As Norman Powell comes down, chucks up a left wing three. He can't get it to go down. Keldon Johnson hands it off to Barnes. Barnes over to Wemby. Wemby up top, gets it over to Vassell. Vassell over the top pass to Wemby, comes to the rim. Goes for the lefty layup, can't get it to go. And that's because Jovic leaned in and took the charge, and Wemby is down in some pain. Wemby down in some pain. Expect him to come out of the game and for us to not see him for the rest of the night. Once you stay down longer than expected, you're done for the night. It is preseason. Oh, it looks like he just got kneed in a spot you don't want to be kneed in. Looks like that's what happened with Wemby, so he might stay in. Yeah, he's going to stay in. Just, you just got kneed in the spot you don't want to get kneed into. 5 turnovers now for Wemby after that charge. Powell has it up top, 9:40 to go. Powell coming to his left off the Bam screen, driving it down against Wemby. Pump fakes, now puts it above glass, and he got it to go. Get Wemby up in the air, and then quickly throw it up off glass, and he got it to go down. Vassell's going to walk it down the court. Both of these teams very slow, very deliberate half-court teams. Wemby has it along the baseline, tries to feed Johnson. Gets knocked out of bounds. The issue is the matchup. I don't think it's one of these teams in particular, but it's the matchup. Both of these teams are a slow, deliberate half-court team. And so you get a very slow-paced game between the two of them when they match up here. Vassell, a right wing three off the Wemby post-up, can't get it to go. Barnes, the offensive rebound, leans in, can't get it to go off glass, but he does draw the foul on Wiggins, so it's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. David Oz Jr. said top of the 7. So that inning's over. No runs. Unfortunate. Got to get some points on the board, man. And Norman Powell trying to be a leader out there, trying to tell them to get their head in the game. David said Yanks got to wake them bats up. That's what I'm saying, David. Like, Schlittler's doing his job. Cam Schlittler's doing his job. Barnes knocks down both of the free throws. You can't expect Schlittler to hold them to 0. 1 run's not going to get it done. You're in the playoffs. That's got to wake up. Got to get some runs on the board. 70-59 here, under 9 to go. Vassell has it up top. Gets it over to Wemby. Wemby coming to us right off the screen. Stop, turn. They show 2 out to Vassell. So back out to Wemby. Wemby up top. He's going to dance with the shot clock winding down. They bring 2 out to Vassell. He's got to put it up with the shot clock winding down. Doesn't hit the rim. And almost a shot clock violation, but Norman Powell grabs the rebound. Quick ahead to Jovic. Back to Norman Powell. Catches. Pump fake. Drive it in. Beautiful scoop layup. Big, nice explosive move from Norman Powell. Johnson has it up top to get it over to Wembanyama on the right wing. Driving to his right on Bam. Stop, pump fake, excellent defense. Shovels it out to Champagnie. Another 3 comes up short on it. But right there is Keldon Johnson with the one-handed rebound and put back tip in. keeping the Spurs ahead by double digits. Jaquez driving it down, puts up the tough floater, looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Champagny with the rebound. And here comes Wembanyama off the outlet. Wemby bringing it down. Gets it out to Barnes, goes along the baseline, kicks it out, wide open Keldon Johnson, right corner three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound. Barnes trying to keep it alive, but Powell able to grab it. Powell has it on the right wing, up top to Bam. Bam bringing it down, being guarded by Wemby. Bam's looking to attack, stop, turn, fall away mid-range jumper, gets that one to go for Bam Adebayo. Starting to get a little bit of action here from both sides. Vassell has it up top. Coming to his left off a Johnson screen. Swings it out to Wemby. Wemby a no hesitation three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Powell with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Norman Powell, quick, explosive move. Loses the handle. Back out to Jaquez. Jaquez over to Wiggins. Wiggins no hesitation three in the right wing. He can't get it to go. Wembanyama with the rebound. Outlet it to nobody, but Vassell able to pick it up. Vassell Euro steps down the lane. Kicks it out the last second to Barnes. Extra pass to Champagny. He's going to pump fake. Inside pass to a wide open Vassell as two Miami Heat players closed out on Champagny because he has been in fuego here tonight. And it leads to a wide open dunk for Vassell. Excellent pass from Champagny. Excellent pass. 6:30 to go here in the third, approaching the halfway point. Powell has it on the right wing, attacking, and oh no, he steps out of bounds. Thought it was another foul. Refs have been very liberal with their whistle usage here tonight. Yak said rookie's doing his job. He is doing his job. He's held them to 2 runs. He's held the Blue Jays to 2 runs. That's more than good enough. You're in the playoffs. Dude, that's more than enough to win. Yanks bats have to wake up. Flagler is in the game for the Spurs. He's bringing it down. He has it up top. Sprays it out to Barnes. Barnes looking to attack. Inside pass to Johnson. Takes the contact. Gets the layup to go anyway. Spurs starting to build some momentum here. They're up 13 now. Jaquez out to Keshad Johnson. Now over to Powell. Powell driving it down inside to Johnson. Johnson back out to Powell. Powell cross-court pass to Bam. Bam a right wing three over Wemby. Gets that one to go for Bam. Okay. Bam keeps the Heat hanging around down to 10. 76-66. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Past the halfway point. Get it over to Champagny. Champagny up top to Flagler. Flagler throws a lob inside to Wemby with a little reverse dunk for Wemby. Beautiful. Beautiful pass from Flagler. Excellent finish from Wemby, of course. And then a foul as they tried to get the entry pass inside to, is that Larson? David said we got Rosario, Rice, and Caballero on the bench. Wemby, 4 of 9. Excuse me. Keshad Johnson driving to the basket, able to draw the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Or is the foul on the floor? I think it's 2 free throws. It is 2 free throws. Keshad Johnson at the foul line for 2 free throws. Finn said, when Precious got in the game, I started sneezing for some reason. Did Precious get in the game yet? He's not in the game. Keshad Johnson does miss a free throw. You're not helping your case, brother. You're not helping your case. Johnson does knock down the second one. Cornette has it up top. Great pressure from Miami here. Gets it out to Johnson. Johnson against Jaquez. Cross-court pass to Champagny. A left corner three for Julian Champagny. Can't get it to go. Cornette the offensive rebound and then gets fouled by Larson. Hello, Ware's finally back in the game. Finally, that might be the last we see of the starters. We'll see. We'll see. Can't wait for the Knicks game tomorrow. If we're going to start seeing starters play past the halftime. Flagler has it up top, dancing with it. They get it out to Champagny. Champagny dancing with it. Out to Carter Bryant. The left wing three, no hesitation. Airmails it. Khalil Ware with the rebound. Here comes Larson. Gets it out to Ware. Now over to Powell. Powell driving it down. Puts up the floater off glass. Got it to go. The patented floater from Powell driving towards the baseline. Throws it up off glass. A go-to move for him. A 9-point game here. 78-69. 4:30 to go. Spurs kick it out to Flagler in the right wing. He's going to pull it back out. Good rotations from Miami there. Cornette up top. Gets it out to Barnes. Barnes coming to his right. Puts up the three. Well short. Larson with the rebound. He's pushing the other way. Pell Larson up top to Powell. No hesitation. Straightaway three. Rattles that one in. Here comes Miami. And a timeout from the Spurs. And Powell's feeling it. Getting animated. Getting excited. Okay. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Finn says, Mike Breen has the catchphrase bang. Shep has the catchphrase dancing with it. It is the cleanest and simplest way to tell you guys that a guy is dribbling the ball out on the perimeter. Right? When I say a player is dancing with it, a player is trying to size up his defender, right? Usually between the legs, or maybe just a rhythm, hesitation dribble to the side. Sometimes it's a between the legs, behind the back, kind of dancing with it, just kind of rocking his defender, seeing what he has, dancing with it, nice and slow. Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it's boom, 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 right? A 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it's a 1, 2. Yeah, so we just let up a double play. Chaz let it get behind him, pulling the rook. He did his job. He did his job. Devin Williams is in. Okay. Okay. Only one out. Guy on third. He did more than enough, man. He did more than enough. You got to put up more than one run on the board. I can't believe Spoelstra's really not going to start Khalil Ware with Bam Adebayo. That should just be like an automatic. Should it not? Should it not just be an automatic? Howes with 18 points tonight. A pretty quiet 18 points. 6 for 13 from the floor. You know, it is preseason, but Spurs turn it over off some full court pressure from the Heat. Throw it right to Pell Larson. Powell driving it down. Tries to feed it inside to Kashad Johnson. He wasn't ready for it. Kashad Johnson not having a good outing here tonight. Flagler has it up top. We're under 4 to go. We get an offensive foul in the Spurs. Now the Spurs starting to fall apart again. Again. So you said Warriors looking good? I mean, it's preseason. Most decent teams should be looking good. I'm not high on the Warriors, though. Too old. Too old. Old teams never work out like that. Jaku Chonis gets fouled by Lindy Waters. Continues to be a hackathon out here. Jocko Jonas has it up top. Gets it over to Powell, curling off a Ware screen. He tries to throw the lob to Ware. Cornette was right there, a bad decision. Carter Bryant driving it down, able to draw the foul on Keshad Johnson. It's going to send Carter Bryant to the foul line for 2 free throws. 3:30 to go. And some more fouls, more whistles, more stoppages in play. David said, yes, sir, Williams. Williams actually pitching great lately. So I assume if I go check it out, no more runs? Okay. Says still 1 out, still on 1 and 3rd. Oh, now they updated it. 2 outs. Got to strike out. I see it. Carter Bryant made the first, misses the second. 3:30 to go. Here in this 3rd quarter. Norman Powell up top, coming to his left, off the Ware screen, driving it down, draws the foul on Flagler. They say foul on the floor, not in the shot attempt, not in the upwards motion. Finn said Pistons and Magic already booked for Eastern Conference Finals. Come on, Doug. Maybe in the losers bracket. Maybe after they get eliminated, they just come together and imagine that they're in the conference finals. Jocko Jonas just throws it over the top of Cornette, who is not aware, right over to Khalil Ware, who just throws it up and in. But Luke Cornette just not aware of what's going on. The Spurs swinging around. Can't get the 3 to go, but Luke Cornette right there for the tip up and in. Under 3 to go. Powell has it up top. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson coming to his right, putting his head down, leaves it off for Ware. Ware, quick touch pass to Jocko Jonas. A 1 dribble to his left 3. Got it to go down. The rookie. 81-77. Flagler, no, that's Jones Garcia. No, that's Flagler. Step back mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. But Luke Cornette comes flying in yet again for another tip in. And who is that? Jones Garcia knocking the ball loose away from Pelle Larsson. David said 4-1 Toronto. Kay Hazy said Khalil Ware is going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem. He should be a problem right now, but Spoelstra's holding him back for some reason. 4-1 Toronto is an issue. And the Heat just turn it over and back. Keshad Johnson threw it to nobody. This kid, Keshad Johnson, he is standing out for all the wrong reasons. Every time I call out his name, it's for a negative play. A pull-up 3 for Jones Garcia. He can't get it to go, and that's because they call a moving screen on the Spurs. Ball going back to Miami. Very, very sloppy game here, man. Very sloppy game. We might call it at the end of this quarter. What do y'all think? This has not been an entertaining game. It's preseason. Nobody's going to play in the 4th quarter. I think we're going to end there. AP said, looks like the Yankees are going to be hanging with us. I was just thinking, we probably should have just did the Yankees game. Even though I'm not a big baseball person, it would have been more entertaining than this game here tonight. But if the Yankees are going to get eliminated tonight, maybe they could have some sort of miraculous comeback yet again, but not looking great. Not looking great. Jocko Jonas is at the foul line because they're in the bonus. Just get us out of this miserable quarter. It's become a foul fest. Nothing entertaining is going on. We're going to get a bat here at the end of this quarter. Student said Spurs have no Spur. Miami has no Heat. Jocko Jonas did knock down his free throw. Knocked down the second free throw. 1:40 to go. Jones Garcia to the rim, can't get it to go. Luke Cornett's tip doesn't go. They kick it out for a three, can't get that to go. Now knocked loose to Johnson. Johnson's out and running. They get it over to Jakuchonis. Extra pass back to Jakuchonis to the rim, gets chased down, blocked by Cornett. Now the Spurs are running the other way. Carter Bryant, the rookie, can't handle the ball, turns it over. Ware picks it up, now over to Larson. Larson attacking Cornett, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul on Cornett. AB said, losing in the playoffs is painful. It stays with you all offseason. Just every time you think it's the Yankees' year again, they just continue to come up short, man. It's becoming their identity. I know they made the World Series last year, but it's becoming their identity to come up short. Larson knocks down one of his free throws, splits the free throws. Jones Garcia for the Spurs, driving it down, kicks it out to a big man. Who is that? Minix. Minix for the Spurs. Who is Minix? Who is Minix, you may ask? Riley Minix from Morehead State. Get it into Jones Garcia, lefty jumper, can't get it to go, gets his own offensive rebound, and then he kicks it out to nobody, but Lindsey Water able to save it. We're under a minute to go of this sloppy game. Carter Bryant out to Minix, over to Jones Garcia, right corner three, can't get it to go. Cornett with another tip, can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Going back to Miami, 45 seconds to go. The reasoning for doing this game was for the Wembanyama experience. Thinking, okay, well, he'll bring some excitement for us. It has not gone that way. Has definitely not been that here tonight. He struggled mightily. The Heat turn it over. Kashad Johnson, yet again, another negative play. Every time I call his name, it's for something negative. Not positive, usually. Carter Bryant gets it over to Cornett. Cornett hands it off to Lindsey Waters, a three. Splashes it. 20 seconds ago, this should be the final possession, and then I'm going to call it for the night. I don't know if I can handle 12 more minutes of this. AB said, Yankees in my lifetime have had 7 or 8 World Championship Series. Larson for 3, airmails it. The only one I actually remember watching was 09. But that's the end of the third quarter. I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to put the Yankee game on. Hopefully they have one more run in them to keep this thing alive. Send this back to Toronto, although I don't have a ton of faith in their ability to pull it out. But this game wasn't great. We got Knicks basketball tomorrow. So that's also part of the reason why I'm willing to end it a little earlier tonight. Just not ready to watch this fourth quarter of a game that's already been bad, right? Like the other night, Minnesota, Indiana, that at least was a fun game. They were getting up and down. We had a lot going on tonight. Tonight, not so much, right? Sometimes you get a stinker. Sometimes you get a not great game. That's going to happen throughout the season. We'll normally power through it and just do the whole game. But here tonight, we're going to end it early. It's preseason. Let's get ready for the Knicks game tomorrow. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Susan, Nazdalan, Nick Yak, AP, David Oz Jr., appreciate y'all, as always, for hanging out with me. We will be back tomorrow, obviously, with the Knicks 7:30 start time. Finally, a real basketball game. K. Hazy, appreciate you, K. Hazy. A real basketball game tomorrow. I believe it's 7:30 start time. 7:30 start time tomorrow, Knicks versus Timberwolves. Cool, finally, beautiful. We get back to the Garden. We're back in New York. Can't wait to watch it. Appreciate y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, before you go to bed, brush your teeth, take a shower, because some of y'all stink, and stay hydrated out there. Till the next time, I'm out. Good night, everybody. Bye.